What? So this is a block. So this is minus A. That means the negative amplitude, maximum displacement possible. The maximum displacement possible. Minus 6 and plus 6, do you remember? Minus 6 and plus 6, do you remember? In spring work energy chapter. The spring block is here. When it is compressed, minus 6. When it is stretched, it will be plus 6. Remembering? Yeah. Not remembering?
Yes.
Very much.
Did you actually start the recording?
Yes. What happened? Yeah, you tell me.
No, I just asked, did you start recording? The recording is good. She's recording it so she can send it to someone.
Because the other batch few students were absent.
You guys being annoying. Annoying? Ma'am, both batches is the same topic.
Both batches same topic. Okay. So this, hello.
On pencil fell down.
Oh. Okay, now listen. Right. Consider a block. Consider a block. Consider a block attached to a spring. Consider a block attached to a spring. Consider a block attached to a spring. Consider a block attached to a spring as in the diagram. The restoring force acting on the block. The restoring force acting on the block. Annie, listen, okay? Listen here. The restoring force acting on the block. What will be the restoring force? Restoring force formula? Minus kx from Hooke's law. The restoring force acting on the block will be equal to minus kx. The restoring force acting on the block is equal to minus kx. What is K for SHM? For SHM, we have K as what? For SHM, have K is equal to M omega square. Last class we studied, isn't it? K is equal to M omega square. So we will have omega is equal to what? Omega square is equal to K by M. Omega is equal to root of K by M. What is omega? What is omega? 2 pi by T. We need to find time period. We are going to find time period. Okay. So 2 pi by T is equal to root of K by M, or T is equal to 2 pi root of M by K. That is the first application. We are actually finding the time period in applications. Okay. This formula we already derived when we were doing the parameters of SHM. In that time period we did the same formula. Yes, please come. Then you can see. Buddha, you can see. Understood. We already did this derivation. But if they are specifically asking for spring, you should know. That's why. It's separately given in the textbook. Done? Clear, right? Now you have simple pendulum. Simple pendulum is a sure question for all of you. Simple pendulum derivation, they will ask. Pakka sure. Completed? Complete. Farsin done? Ishanvi?
So,
Yes.
No, Anne is sitting as if watching a movie. Okay, finished, right? Okay, finished?
No.
Okay. Right fast. Next, second application, you can write simple pendulum. Second application, you can write simple pendulum.
No, I'm not playing with Snow River. No, I'm asking for the eraser. Wait, how do you think that was? That playing with you sure you told me.
Okay, next is simple pendulum. First you draw the diagram, okay? All of you draw the diagram. Mark it as very, very important. First chapter, do you remember the time period of simple pendulum derivation using dimension analysis? 2 pi root of L G by L. 2 pi root, L by G. 2 pi root of L by G. First chapter you had the derivation dimension analysis method. Same answer you will get different method. First you draw the diagram of simple pendulum. This is a simple pendulum. It makes an angle, displacement theta. What will be the weight? Which all forces are acting on this pendulum? Which all forces are acting on this pendulum? Weight. What is the weight? Weight is mg acting down. Then which other force? That is a force due to gravity. Then which other force?
Tension.
Which other? Yeah?
Tension.
Tension, spring, tension. Tension of the string will be there in the upward direction. Okay? Now, if this angle is theta, you tell me what will be this angle. If this angle is theta, what is this angle? Theta. Parallel line, transversal, corresponding angles on the same side of the transversal, theta. Okay? So this is theta. I can resolve this Fg into two components. Near to theta component is cos theta. So this will be Fg cos theta. Away from theta component is Fg sin theta. So this is Fg cos theta. And this is Fg sin theta. From the diagram, what is clear? The simple pendulum moves to and fro. Is it moving up and down? No. If tension was more, it would have gone up. If Fg cos theta was more, it would have gone down. Both cancels each other. So from the diagram, it is clear Fg cos theta and Fg sin theta is cancelling each other. It is not moving up and down, right? The simple pendulum. So Fg cos theta and Fg sin theta, Fg cos theta and tension cancels each other. Now, the simple pendulum will come back to the original position. Due to which force? Fg sin theta. Due to which force? Fg sin theta. Okay, so that is actually the restoring force. Okay, this is the mean position of simple pendulum. If the simple pendulum is here, it always try to come like this. That is the restoring force. Here from the diagram, that restoring force is what? Fg sin theta. Understood? Okay, if there is restoring force, you can find torque. Because this is rotation. Due to Fg sin theta, this is undergoing rotation. Okay, what is torque? Force into perpendicular distance. Okay, Fg sin theta is the force, the perpendicular distance will be the length of this string. Understood? Okay, and this derivation, different methods are there. Okay, either you can follow the method what I am teaching, little lengthy, but it is easy only. If you understand, it is easy. Step by step, you can study this derivation. Another method is there which will be simple, but all the steps you should by heart. Any method you can follow. I will teach this method. Okay, easy only. Okay, so diagram, complete the diagram, then I'll give. Completed diagram? Yeah. Puja completed? Stick the done? Yeah. Diagram? Diagram. 20th is PTM.
Tomorrow.
No, after tomorrow is Thursday. Friday.
I'm not going.
Why?
Ma'am, it's the morning from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. I will take work.
Hmm? You just go and you will know the marks, right? You should go this time. You should go.
I want to. You didn't go last time.
Oh. Okay. Now listen. We can write the force acting. The forces acting are gravitational force Fg and tension T. The forces acting are gravitational force Fg and tension T as in the diagram. Gravitational force Fg and tension T as in the diagram. The forces acting are gravitational force Fg and tension T as in the diagram. That is okay? Done, right? Resolving Fg into two components. Resolving Fg into two components. Resolving Fg into two components. Comma, Fg cos theta and tension T cancels each other. Fg cos theta and tension T cancels each other. Resolving Fg into two components. Fg cos theta and tension T cancels each other. Okay, done, right? Resolving Fg into two components. Fg cos theta and tension T cancels each other. Fg sin theta. Fg sin theta. Fg sin theta acts as a restoring force. Fg sin theta acts as a restoring force. Okay. Done? Okay. So that much is the theory. This is a sure 3-mark question, or for 5-mark also they can ask. Okay. This is the introduction. The first step, we will find the restoring torque. What is restoring torque? Force into perpendicular distance. Okay. So restoring torque equals restoring force into perpendicular distance. Here, restoring force is Fg sin theta. As Fg sin theta increases, theta decrease. Do you understand? This is initially. As Fg sin theta is coming, this theta angle theta is decreasing. Okay, so this displacement is decreasing. Okay, so as force is increasing, this displacement is decreasing. So you will put a negative sign. Okay, displacement is decreasing. Okay, in case of a spring, we put negative sign for restoring force because it was in the opposite direction of displacement. It was in the opposite direction. Restoring in the spring, do you remember? Displacement is in this direction. Restoring force was in this direction. So you took negative. Here also we will take negative. Why? Because as it is coming, theta is decreasing. That is the reason. Okay. So here the restoring force is Fg sin theta, but we will put a negative sign minus Fg sin theta into perpendicular distance is L. Now torque is equal to Fg is what? Mg sin theta into L. Now listen, there is a thing called, for smaller angles, theta will be equal to sin theta. You will study in maths. Those who have maths, you will study later stage. Sin 0 is what? 0. Huh? Sin 1 will be 0.00 like that. Very small value. That means if the angle is small, sin And sine of theta, you can approximate it as theta itself. Okay. Similarly, this is applicable for tan also. For smaller angles, tan theta will be also equal to theta. Understood that? Okay. So here what I can write here for small angles, we will approximate sine theta. You will approximately equal to theta. Okay. So what you will get? Torque is equal to minus mg theta into L. Equation number 1. Now, what is the other formula for torque with moment of inertia? Tau is equal to I alpha. Remembering we have F. I'll give you time for writing. Now listen. F is equal to ma, you know. Okay. Similarly, for F it is tau. Tau is equal to, instead of mass you will put inertia. I into, instead of A you will put alpha. I alpha. Okay. So we have tau is equal to I alpha. Also, tau is equal to I alpha. I can equate the RHS of both and I will find alpha. Okay. So first step to find tau. You can remember like that. First tau. Second step alpha. That is the second step. So equate both. Equating RHS of 1 and 2. Equating RHS of 1 and 2. I alpha is equal to minus mg theta into L, or alpha is equal to minus mg theta L by I. Now what is I? What is moment of inertia? mr square, right? Here it will be ml square.
Yeah.
Okay. Here I will be ml square. Understood? Here I will be ml square. Okay. We know I is equal to ml square. Therefore, alpha I can write it as alpha is equal to minus mg theta L by ml square. M cut, L cut. So, minus g theta by L. Alpha. Okay. Now, for SHM, check the parameters of SHM and tell me what is acceleration in SHM. Check your notes. For SHM, we found displacement, velocity, acceleration.
Minus omega square.
For SHM, we have alpha is equal to minus omega square x. Okay. Here, what is x? Theta. Displacement, right?
Yeah.
Here, x is theta. Correct? Here, alpha will be minus omega square theta. Okay. So, you can equate the RHS of 3 and 4. Are you getting me? Okay. Equating RHS of 3 and 4. Ishanvi, understood Ishanvi, what we are doing?
Yes, ma'am.
Equating the RHS of 3 and 4 because we need time period. So in order to find time period, somehow you should bring omega. That is what we did. So minus omega square theta is equal to minus g theta by L. Negative, negative gone. Theta, theta gone. Omega square is equal to g by L. Or omega is equal to root of g by L. For omega, what we will do? 2 pi by t. Omega is 2 pi by t. Okay. 2 pi by t is equal to root of g by L, or t is equal to 2 pi root of L by g.
Omega how 2 pi by t.
Omega how 2 pi by t.
Distance by
From which chapter we were studying? From from projectile motion, that chapter we were studying. Omega is displacement by time. That is okay. Okay. For complete circle, what is displacement?
2 pi r.
Displacement. 2 pi r is the length. For complete circle, displacement is 360 degree 2 pi. So 2 pi by t. Okay. Understood. Understood. Okay, all of you check. If you have doubt, you ask. I'll explain again after completing my complete writing.
That is I alpha, yeah.
Huh?
That is I alpha.
This one is I alpha. I alpha. What happened? Should I turn off AC?
Yes.
Only.
It's already cold outside now.
Hmm?
It's already cold outside.
You don't feel cold?
I don't want to wear this. You have nothing, it is very cold. Mix the fan. Very cold. Very cold. Dude, I don't even guess.
See, if any doubt you ask me after rubbing the board, I will ask you this derivation. All of you I will ask. This derivation is that much important. This is a short 3-mark question. If teacher is teaching this topic, this will come for exam. They will teach or not, I don't know.
Yeah, then we can go for that.
No, I will ask. If I teach means I will ask. If you teach now, the day of exam without referring, you will understand? No. Anyway, you have to revise.
She's pointing me out because she doesn't understand.
I will ask everyone.
Less.
You ask
Huh?
Less angular movement.
L is length. Length of the string. This length of the string. Oh. Genuine doubt. Finished? Understand and try to remember step by step. Diagram is also important. Eva, you can see?
Yeah.
That's right. Hello. Studied? Finished? Finished learning? And can you call to my phone? You can't see our number. Who is having my? Where is it?
Ma'am, I have your number, but I don't have that.
No, no.
Serious?
I got.
Why do you keep putting it?
How all of you keep your phones in your bag?
We.
What? Finish. Krista, you didn't finish?
What? I was telling you that I'm doing this.
Snigdha finished?
No, I'm writing this.
That is mg. What is the doubt?
Where
What is the doubt?
torque is equal to minus mg sin theta into L. Well, in the next step, you wrote minus mg. Where is ma? Where is a? Acceleration.
Weight is mg, right? The force due to gravity is the weight.
Yeah,
Ah,
there's an extra G there.
what extra g?
It's
The same thing I wrote down.
Yeah, it's going up. Yeah, okay. What is gravitational force for a moon? What is it called? G. Acceleration of gravity. No, not acceleration of gravity. Force due to gravity is what mg. The weight of the ball. Yeah, that is the weight of the ball. So take the weight of the ball. Mg goes directly down that into two components.
Oh, this, okay, I understood. This Fg is to understand that this is gravitational force. This is not G extra G. This is force only. This shows it is gravitational force. This G shows it is gravitational force. This R shows it is restoring force, right? Okay.
That makes sense. No, your doubt is minus mg, that one. No, I thought fg.
That G is G. Okay, all of you learned? Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay, Pooja, explain the diagram. So there is a simple pendulum. Which all are the forces acting on the simple pendulum? Tension T acting which direction? Upward. Then weight mg acting downward. Then what you will do with mg? Resolve into two components, fg cos theta and fg sin theta. Then Grace, what will happen to fg cos theta?
fg cos theta cancels out with tension.
Tension. And what will happen to fg sin theta, Krista? Fg sin theta is the restoring force. Okay. Now start the derivation. Somebody.
Torque. Restoring force into the perpendicular distance.
Okay. Restoring force into perpendicular distance is torque. Okay.
Then the restoring force into two components fg sin theta and fg cos theta.
No. Then restoring torque is force into perpendicular distance. So that is Fg sin theta into L. Why is that negative sign, Aaron?
Because it's going to the opposite direction. No, because it's the restoring force.
You're right. Okay. Near to this equation, you put a bracket and write negative sign shows the fact that the force acts to reduce theta. Negative sign shows that the force acts to reduce theta. Negative sign shows that force acts to reduce theta. Understood? Negative sign shows that the force acts to reduce theta. Clear? That is clear, right? The force is acting and the theta gets reduced. Okay. Now what is the next step? Snigdha. Now what is the next step? So tau is equal to minus mg sin theta into L.
Yeah.
This length.
L is length. What is L? What is L?
Length.
Length of what? Length of the string.
String.
Okay. Then.
Then you equate the arches. No, wait.
Ah.
Torque is equal to I. I alpha. And
Torque is equal to I alpha.
and then you equate 1 and 2.
Equate the RHS of 1 and 2. And that sine theta becomes theta for smaller angles. Okay. And then.
I
Now.
equal to L square. You substitute the
I is equal to ML square. Before that, you will equate and you will find what is alpha. Okay. Then, Sarvesh, for I, you will substitute ML square. Then,
That becomes minus.
alpha becomes minus G theta by L. Okay. Now, side, next step. Next step.
Alpha becomes minus.
Alpha becomes.
Oh, okay.
Now you will.
Yeah.
So you got one
So that's the
equation
term, yeah.
minus G theta L by L.
Yeah.
You will find the fourth equation. That is normally you know for SHM alpha is equal to minus omega square x. Instead of x here the displacement is theta. So minus omega square theta.
So you can assume that X is a normal displacement.
Normal displacement. Here it is angular displacement. So theta.
Okay.
Okay. See just like F is equal to MA. That is I alpha, right?
Yeah.
Same like that. Okay. Now equating the RHS of both alphas, you will get
Yeah.
omega square is equal to G. Well, clear, right? Derivation. Okay. I'll make you write this derivation. Okay, next class. Very important. Okay. Completed, right? Oh. Now find the frequency. Therefore, frequency of the simple pendulum. This is the time period of simple pendulum. They will ask you derive the expression for time period of simple pendulum or frequency. What is frequency? Anugraha? What is the relationship between frequency and time period? Frequency is 1 by t. Just find frequency will be just the reciprocal of this. 1 by 2 pi root of G by L. Therefore, frequency of simple pendulum. Frequency of simple pendulum is 1 by time period, which is equal to 1 by 2 pi root of G by L. This was there in the first chapter. Frequency. Yeah, I think frequency. 1 by 2 pi root of G by L. Now the last topic of this chapter. Yeah, this chapter is over. We have problems to do, but this chapter is over. Last topic is simple harmonic motion and uniform circular motion. That is actually coming in between, okay, in the textbook. In your textbook, simple pendulum is the last topic, but I skipped one portion. That is uniform circular motion and SHM. Give heading. Simple harmonic motion, SHM and uniform circular motion. 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 Okay. Write theory, okay? After writing theory, I will explain. After you write everything, I will explain.
That's not all. It is. That is fine. No.
Right. SHM and uniform circular motion. That is the heading. You write. Consider the motion of a reference particle P. Consider the motion of a reference particle P Consider the motion of a reference particle P. P. Consider the motion of a reference particle P executing uniform circular motion. Executing uniform circular motion. And let them back. Consider the motion of a particle P executing uniform circular motion on a circle of radius A, capital A, okay? On a circle of radius A. On a circle of radius A. What do you mean? Did I ask you to go? No. Right. Consider the motion of a particle P. I'm repeating, okay? 1 minute, okay? Yeah. Consider the motion of a particle P executing circular motion on a circle of radius A. Done, right? Executing circular motion on a circle of radius capital A. You should write capital A, okay? Radius A. At any time, the angular position is omega t plus phi. Phi, okay, not theta. At any time, the angular position is omega t plus phi. Okay? Okay? The projection of point P is on the x-axis. The projection of point P is on the x-axis given by P dash and is given by P dash. The projection of point P is on the x-axis and is given by P dash. Done? Now you draw the diagram, this diagram, then I will explain.
On X.
On X and its projection of point P is on x-axis and the point is P dash. My friend did. I don't have that much patience and
What friend? What friend?
yeah, only I ran back like the question.
No, she's an outlaw.
She might not be knowing. She got it from her friends.
Oh, okay, then he's not.
That bottle at the bottle.
Huh?
You didn't see?
No, I want to like invisible. Yeah, hold.
Huh?
Oh, I thought
Very
I
don't know. I don't see anything. I checked. Wait,
What is that? What is that?
all this thing. She was asking what brand bottle is this. I don't know.
How is this actual?
Put a light bulb inside.
That's what I find like in
LED inside.
Yeah, like we get this like 4 candles. 1 below, 2 below.
What's the name?
You want scissors?
Okay, what?
I'm born.
So that's a good day.
What? Where?
Not this.
Okay. Finish writing, right, all of you?
What should we draw?
Finish writing. Finish writing, all of you.
No, I'm drawing.
Drawing.
No, don't wait for feedback.
We should draw.
No, you should draw this.
Ma'am, don't wait for both of them.
Draw.
I'm keep great.
SHM, we did right?
Finish.
I will work on myself.
SHM.
SHM.
Do it now.
SHM.
We did SHM. Yeah, I skipped this particular topic in that. SHM and uniform circular motion. This was a separate topic in between. It was there. It's a theory topic. I skipped that. Okay. Finished? Okay, listen. Now listen. All of you listen. Okay. Here we are going to find the relationship between circular motion and SHM. SHM means it is to and fro. Correct? SHM means harmonic motion. It's a to and fro motion. Circular motion. Okay. Now, listen. An object P is in SHM. Sorry, is in circular motion. Initially, it was at P0 point. Then it is in P1. Projection of P1, you will get, listen, okay, listen here. Projection of P1, you will get it in x-axis, that is the diameter, right? X-axis means it is a diameter. So you will mark it as P1 dash. Huh? What? This is P1 dash. Okay. Now, this particle is rotating. At this point, Sarvesh, the point P2, its projection is here, P2 dash. So the projection of a point on the circle, you will get it on the diameter. Now P3, you will get P3 dash here. Similarly, P4, any point, you will get the projection here, right? P4 dash. Here I will take P5, P5 dash, P6, P6 dash. Understood?
Yeah.
What we did? So, as the object is moving in the circular path, its projection, how is it moving? It moves from like this and this to and fro. Iron, as the object is moving in the circular path, its projection is moving along the diameter in to and fro. As the particle executes SHM, its projection, as the particle executes circular motion, its projection is in SHM. That is a relation. Understood? As P moves in circular path, its projection along the diameter will be executing SHM. That is the relation between SHM and the circular motion. Any object in circular motion, its projection will be in SHM along the diameter. Clear? Understood? Okay, so you have drawn this diagram. This diagram not required. If you understood, that is enough. If you explain with this diagram also, you will get mark, okay? Okay, so just write one sentence. Therefore, for an object,
How much mark will you get?
this will come as a 2-mark theory question. Right.
This
Therefore,
is also time.
no, this is not required. This is enough. Therefore, for any object moves in circular motion, therefore, for any object moves in circular motion, therefore, for any object moves in circular motion, for any object moves in circular motion, its projection and its projection moves along the diameter in SHM. Its projection moves along the diameter in SHM. Its projection moves along the diameter in SHM. Done, right? So chapter over, we will do problems. Now, finish, right? This concept is clear? Now listen, this chapter is having lot of variety of questions. First we studied periodic motion and I told you whether it is periodic or not, that problems we will do now. If teacher is teaching, definitely it will come. Okay, and they will give an equation that you have to identify whether it is an SHM or not, depending on whether the teacher teaches, it will come. Now, sure questions I can tell you, derivations under SHM, velocity acceleration, very, very important. You should study. Definitely it will come. And all the terms under SHM is important. Simple pendulum derivation, very important. This derivation which we just did. And we did problems from SHM, remembering the problems last class we did problems from SHM. Those questions are important, like whether the teacher took it or not. Anyway, derivations they will take. Those problems are based on the derivation only. Okay. Now, whichever topic problems they are doing, you have to study that. Now, based on this, I will give one question. If your teacher, normally they won't take. If they teach, you will have to study, okay? One problem I'll give based on this. Write the question. This concept is clear, right? So basically what they will do is,
Derivation.
no derivation. This is just a 2-mark theory question. Problem can come. See, problem means they will give you a circular motion. And they will ask you to find the corresponding equation in SHM. That is the problem they will ask. Okay, we will do that. One problem we will do from this time. No formula, nothing. Right. Right. Figure below shows a circular motion of a particle. Figure below shows circular motion of a particle. Figure below shows the circular motion of a particle. Figure below shows the circular motion of a particle. So T is 2 seconds means time period is 2 seconds. Okay. Obtain all parameters are labeled as in the figure. All parameters are labeled as in the figure. All parameters are as labeled as in the figure. Obtain the corresponding equation of SHM. Obtain the corresponding equation of SHM. Obtain the corresponding equation of SHM for particle P. Obtain the corresponding equation of SHM for particle P. No derivation, just that concept, that's it. This problem is based on that. If teacher teaches, can come as a theory question. Okay, finish writing the question, listen. So if this P is moving in circular motion, this P is moving in circular motion.
It's beauty for them.
P.
Particle.
So P1, let the P1 be the position of that particle. Then its projection will be what? P dash, right? Did you draw the diagram? No. A diagram is given. This much is given, okay. Diagram is given. Draw the diagram. The question is based on this diagram. Draw the diagram. Finish, right? Finish. Diagram finish. Okay, now listen. See, this object is moving in.
I think I can do it.
I'll draw it again. Anyway, I have to draw. This is 2 centimeter. This is the initial position at t is equal to 0. Time period is given as 2 seconds. This is the diagram. Finished? Huh? Finished. Okay. Okay. See, if this particle is moving in circular motion, its projection will be seen on the diameter. It will be the SHM. What is the general equation of SHM? X is equal to A cos omega t plus phi. This is the general equation of SHM. Correct? What is the A is the amplitude. What's the maximum amplitude in this case? Radius will be the maximum amplitude because it moves like this, right? So maximum displacement is for 2 centimeter. So maximum displacement is 2 centimeter from the mean position. It oscillates along the center, right? So the maximum displacement is 2 centimeter. Okay. So A will be 2 centimeters. Just keep it. Now you have to find omega t. Time period is given. You can find omega. You can find omega.
2 pi.
Omega is 2 pi by t. Omega is 2 pi by t. What is t here?
9.
Now what is the value?
0.
0. Time period is what? Time. Tell me.
19.
Hmm.
2
2 seconds. So you will substitute 2. 2 pi by 2. That is what pi. So omega t will be what? Pi into t, correct? Here omega t will be pi into t. That much is okay? Now you have to find this equation. Okay. So for that I am assuming this particle moves from P to a point P1. Okay. It moves to a point P1. Okay. What will be the projection, Krista? The projection of P1 will be, you will get P1 dash here. Okay. Now this is the displacement, right? Okay. You need to find this displacement. Okay. For that, this radius is how much? 2 centimeter. This is the angular displacement theta. If this is theta, what will be this? 90 minus theta. Okay. You can see a right angle triangle here. Okay. P1 dash P1 is a right angle triangle. So for finding O, we need OP1 dash. That is what we need. Okay. How will you find OP1 dash? Take cos. Cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse. Understood? Okay. I will do only one problem. If teacher is teaching that time, we will do more. This concept you should know. That's it. Okay. So here O P1 dash is the displacement. Here the displacement is OP1 dash. So cos 90 minus theta is equal to OP1 dash by hypotenuse is what? OP1, correct? So OP1 dash is equal to, what is cos pi by 2 minus theta? Max students.
Cos theta.
Cos
Minus
cos 90 minus theta is sin theta.
Oh yeah, pi by 2 is 90.
Yeah, pi by 2 is 90.
Sine.
Cos 90 minus theta is sin theta. So those who doesn't know, listen. Cos, take some random value. Those who doesn't have max, listen. Take some random value which you know. Cos 60 can I take? Can I take cos 60? So this will be cos
90 minus
pi by 2 minus 30.
30.
What is, okay. So what is cos 60?
90 minus 30.
What is cos 60 value?
1 by
1 by?
1 by 2.
1 by 2. 1 by 2.
1 by 2.
3 by 2.
Cos 60 is 1 by 2. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. And what about sin 30? 1 by 2. See, cos 90 minus theta will be sin theta. You can check examples and do. If you are not getting the relation. Understood, Ryan?
No, but I know. I'm not. Okay.
Exactly. She didn't answer.
Sine, but cos 60 is always.
I don't know.
Listen. Cos 60, what is cos 60?
1 by 2.
1 by. Now, cos 60, I can write it as cos 90 minus 30. Okay. What is sine 30?
1 by 2.
1 by 2. So, cos 90 minus theta is sine theta. If you don't remember the formula.
Theta, are you not?
No.
Oh, that makes sense.
You know what sign?
Anugrah, Heba, okay.
30 according to me. Yeah, 3 by 2.
Snigdha,
Yeah.
understood. Ishanvi, Farsi, understood.
What is your lecture? ECM.
Okay. So, instead of cos pi by 2 minus theta, what I can put? Sine theta. So, this will be what? 2 sine theta. Okay. So, basically, what will be the equation now? What we need is equation for SHM, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Equation for SHM. Equation for SHM. How will you write the equation? This is the displacement. Maximum displacement is 2 centimeter. Okay. This is the displacement, random value displacement. So 2 sine theta is the equation. Now, what is theta? Omega t, correct? Theta is omega t. Now, what is omega t? Pi t. 2 sine pi t. That is the final answer. Equation of SHM. Check whether it is clear or not. Understand this problem. Don't worry about similar questions. At least you understand this problem. AC?
No.
No.
It's because Snigdha's in the room. Oh,
No, I feel sleepy.
Sleepy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give up. Time to finish it by you.
Okay, do this. Jaina, understood Jaina?
Ma'am, how did we get 2 sine theta in the main equation?
Where you are asking?
In the main equation, 2 sine theta.
This one. Can you repeat again?
Oh yeah, how did we get 2 sine theta in the main equation?
This equation. This is what you are asking.
Then you substituted that in the main equation.
This one. No, I am finding displacement. Displacement in SHM is what I need to find.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. Okay, Jaina?
yeah.
Okay. So, for different values of t, you will get, if t is what? For different values of t, you will get. So, if this is 1, you will get the maximum displacement as 2.
But that's the final answer.
This is the final answer. This is the equation of the SHM executed in this case. Okay.
Oh, so theta, we wrote it as omega t.
Because omega is theta by t, right?
Oh, yeah.
Theta is omega into t.
Hmm.
Okay. And omega t, we already found it to be what? Pi into t.
Yeah.
Because time period was given.
Mm.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
what is
well,
it? What is 0?
It was given in the problem. Whatever marked in black color is given in the question.
Extra hours, ma'am. So I think you know, actually, I closed the door hand on, like the car door on my hand, and then
Which car door?
Not my car door, some change's car door. She was dropping me back home. She's simply just climbing on some change's car. No, I know that she came to pick you. Not from tuition. I went for dance.
Are you sure you know the JT?
Yeah, great.
Okay, then.
And then
After tuition, you
No.
went for dance.
Yeah.
That church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Who
I was
asked
going-
her who told
Shut
you
up,
to
Grace. Shut up,
Okay,
Grace.
then.
And then I closed the door on my finger, as you can see. It's very lopsided now.
Okay, then.
I did you break your finger? No, like.
And then I went back home. I have this fainting problem. I fainted. I went back home and I kissed her. And my mom got very worried because according to her, I just have to checking on the ambulance, and then the ambulance came. And I went to the hospital.
Ma'am, did you know I
Doctor told me to go to Right? Yeah. No, I woke up and then I saw people entering, and my dad was just like, he was slapping me.
Excuses.
Now I won't call you like that again.
How many hours did she take? Ma'am? Ma'am, 3 years now, so I think it's your age. Ma'am, you made her sit for 3 hours and then fainted. And he sat for more. Ma'am, that's why she fainted, ma'am. What? No, you sat for more hours than me.
We have 45 minutes.
Okay. Finish this? Finish, right?
No, ma'am.
Okay, finish. Because it is given, this was the initial position, that's it. Start from here, that's the meaning.
I love you so much. Nothing.
I don't
I will better what you like.
What do you take into do?
Half the things to learn.
And the one dash.
Amazing.
What we want is
She deserves like Nobel Peace Prize.
Listen to me. That is the
Oh,
way.
that, okay, that,
I could destroy you both.
oh, that's why it's ready to continue.
Sarvesh understood.
So what? I think he's calling me. I can see that. Have you seen the number? I got the number of.
Finish, right? Then
You don't listen to that.
Yes, ma'am.
Number of sites.
What?
Why you get wrong?
Can I tell you I had a I don't know. I'm like, oh,
I'm sure it's still wrong.
class.
Okay. Yes. Finish? Finish, right?
There's nothing to talk about here.
Yeah, sure. I'll tell you.
So if your teacher is doing more of these type of problem, at least one problem you should tell me, okay? Then I will give you more. This type. Only all of you
I'm
is
just sitting towards ma'am.
Can you stop something in her mouth?
That is not good ever.
There's nothing to comment there. This is
now the type of questions which I skip. Whether it is periodic or not, those type of questions, okay?
What is that? There's nothing.
Write the question.
I will stop studying gas. I read Indian as something.
Which of the following functions? Which of the following functions?
She's very tall. She's taller than me.
Who? Can you repeat again, ma'am?
Which of the following functions? Which of the following functions represent? Which of the following functions represent? Which of the following functions represent SHM? Some will be SHM. Periodic, not SHM. What? C. Non-periodic. One question for all. This is the main question. So many subparts we will do. They will give you different functions. You have to check whether it is periodic, whether it is executing SHM or not. Sin theta is a periodic? Yes. It is periodic. It is periodic. Is it SHM? Yes. It is SHM. See, similar questions. This is done?
Yes. No.
If periodic, find the time period. If periodic, then find the time period also. If periodic, then find the time period also. First question. Sin omega t minus cos omega t. Now, listen. If you don't listen, you won't understand this type of questions. Even if you refer guide, steps are missing.
Minus.
It can come as plus also. Now, you have to check whether this is an SHM. If it is an SHM, you can express it in the form of a cos omega t plus phi. That is what you have to do. You have to check whether this question can be expressed as a sin omega t plus phi or a cos omega t plus phi. Okay. Now, what is sin a plus b?
Sin A cos A plus sin B cos A. Why do people say to the A and B for? Ma'am, X and Y only. Yeah, X and Y. If she asks X and Y, no, the teacher.
What is sin a minus b?
What is sin?
Minus
Yeah,
cos
sin
X plus Y sin X
minus cos B.
Yeah,
Cos
minus
B
cos.
sin.
Yeah,
Please.
I do the same thing.
These two formulas you should know. Those who doesn't know, write not this.
Yeah.
For these type of problems, we will need these two formulas.
Non-math students suffer.
Okay. Now, is there any way? This is a negative sign, right? Here also, okay, you take down the formula, then I will tell. Okay, done? Now, math students tell me, is there any way you can
Like
bring this question to sin a minus b form? Or at least to this form.
like that.
Yes, sign.
I want this question in this form. This is negative in between.
Yeah.
So, how can I bring it to that?
You can multiply each term over T as
Multiply with what?
each term with cos omega T or sin.
So if I multiply with cos omega t, sin omega t, cos omega t, cos omega t square will come.
Number, any number.
Any number.
Yeah.
2 sin omega t, 2 cos omega t.
Multiply and divide by.
Yes, yes.
We should multiply and divide by cos omega t and sin omega t. On both the sides. Sin omega t into cos omega t by cos omega t minus cos omega t sin omega t by sin omega t.
Okay. Okay, wait. In this type of questions, what you have to do is, you will multiply both with the root, multiply and divide with the root 2. Listen, okay, listen. You will multiply and divide with the root 2. Why? Because I will multiply and divide with root 2. So what happens is root 2 I will take common into sin omega t root 2 minus cos omega t root 2. What is root 2? Sorry, into 1 by root 2, right?
Yeah.
Multiply and divide, right? So into 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 is cos 45 and sin 45. Okay, so in place of sin omega t into, I can write cos pi by 4. Here I can write sin pi by 4. Why I took root 2 is sin pi by 4 and cos pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. So here along with the sin, near to sin I will put cos pi by 4. Near to cos, I will put sin pi by 4. Okay, so you will get sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. Okay, for non-math students, it will be little hard. You concentrate and check. I'll write the next step.
This question.
Huh? This is the NCERT textbook example as well as exercise you have.
But on math.
No, that's why I'm teaching. In basic, you need this. You will need this for next year also. Now listen. Root it to inverse. Maths or non-maths, listen. Sin omega t. So near to sin cos pi by 4 minus cos omega t sin pi by 4. So sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. So this one I can write it as root 2 into sin omega t minus pi by 4. So this is in the form of SHM. This equation shows this is an SHM. So this is an SHM. And it is periodic also. It is a sine function. It is periodic. You have to find the time period that we will do. Complete up to this. Clear? Is it okay? Jena, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Ishanvi understood Ishanvi? Farsin?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then copy that. Then
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. No, I wish you. I wish you. How old is she? You ask her. One. I see how it is. Sure. Happy birthday. Don't you worry, okay? She's sick. She's sick. She actually Do you know? Yeah, I knew.
Happy birthday.
Sorry.
One more.
Huh?
One
What?
more.
You can ask her. Not this, right? Not this. Okay, now you write. Okay, after this you write. Here. This function is in SHM. Here this function is in SHM. Here this function is in SHM. Okay. All SHM is periodic. Okay, here this function is in SHM and periodic. Here this function is in SHM and periodic. Okay, so you have to find the time period. How to find? See, omega t, right? Omega is 2 pi by t. Correct. So omega is what? 2 pi by t. Therefore, t is what? 2 pi by omega. This function is periodic with the time period. Do this. This function is periodic with the time period. Omega is 2 pi by t. Therefore, t is equal to 2 pi by omega. If it is theta is omega t, time period will be 2 pi by omega. That's it. Okay, in some questions it will be. The next question we will do. Is it clear, this one? All of you clear? Okay. So instead of minus, if it was plus also, you will do multiply and divide by root 2. And you will get it in the form sin a plus b. Understood? What? Understood. See, if it was plus, you will get this in sin a plus b 4. Omega t plus pi by 4. Okay. There also time period will be the same. Okay, understood, right? Finished? All of you finished? The next question. Next question. It says there in the textbook. Okay, that's why I'm giving. Second question. Sine cube omega t. Second question. Sine cube omega t. Math students, tell me a formula with sine cube theta. Sine cube theta, I'm asking.
Where is sine?
Nah? Thinking. Think.
4 sine cube theta minus 3. No, it's 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta. It's 4 and 3.
Okay. See, non-math students, this is a textbook question. So at least this one you should learn. Whatever is in the textbook only they will ask. So for solving this, you should know what is sine 3 theta. What is sine 3 theta? 3 sine theta minus 4 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta. This is a trigonometric formula. From here you will get sine cube because sine cube and all we cannot simplify. Okay, if it is sine square theta or cos square theta, you can write it as 1 minus cos 2x by 2, like that you can write. So that square and cube you should remove, then only you will be able to do. Understood? If it is sine square or sine cube, first of all, you should simplify that. Then only you can do. So from here you will get what is sine cube theta. That one you can simplify. Okay, so from here what you will get? Sine cube theta is what? 1 by 4 into sine 3 theta minus 3 sine theta. Correct? Yes. Okay. Now theta is what? Omega t. Theta is omega t, right? So
From this question is given in textbook, right?
this question is in the textbook. Now listen. Is this one in SHM?
Ma'am, it
Yes.
will be 3 sine theta minus sine 3 theta, right?
3 sine theta? Yeah, correct.
No. Good.
No. Yeah, correct. This one I should take this side.
Yes.
Correct. 3 sine theta minus sine 3 theta. Correct. Now listen. Can you tell me whether this is in SHM or not? The thing is, theta, 3 theta. Listen. In the previous question, we could simplify because both were omega t. Okay. Both were omega t, sine omega t, cos omega t. So you should bring and simplify. Here this is sine omega t and sine 3 omega t. So you cannot simplify it in SHM form. So this function is not in SHM. So if you are getting a question of this form, It is very clear, you cannot simplify. So from this step itself, you can write this is not in SHM. Okay, but separately it will be, this one is in SHM and this one is in SHM. But together that function is not in SHM. Okay, because SHM is, it should be a single sign function or single cos function. This one you cannot simplify to that form. Okay, so this one is not in SHM. But separately this is in SHM and it has a time period also. Understood? So write this much you write, then I'll give the steps. This much already completed? No. Okay, complete. So you write here each term sin omega t and sin 3 omega t. Sin theta means it is sin omega t. Sin 3 theta means it is sin 3 omega t. Here each term sin omega t and sin 3 omega t. Here each term sin omega t and sin 3 omega t.
Ma'am, it will be 3 sin omega t and sin 3 omega t. Or
3 is showing that amplitude only. That is okay.
Oh,
Okay. Or you can write this will be 3 by 4 sin omega t and this will be 1 by 4 sin 3 omega t. That is the actual thing, right? Or even if you just write the sine part, it is fine. Here sin omega t, because the sine, what is the function of sine? That determines whether it is periodic or non-periodic, or SHM or not in SHM. Okay. So here sin omega t and sin 3 omega t are individually representing SHM. Are individually representing SHM. Are individually representing SHM. Are individually representing SHM. But together they are only periodic, not in SHM. But together they are not periodic. They are only periodic, not SHM. Together they are only periodic, not in SHM. Done? Okay. Now you should find the time period, right? So what will be the time period of sin omega t?
how do we know if it's periodic or not? How do we know?
All sine functions are periodic. I will tell you the time period. Then you will understand. Okay. So for the first one, what is the time period? 2 pi by t. Or time period is what? Listen, 2 pi by omega. So if it is sine omega t, its time period is 2 pi by omega. Can you tell me 3 sine 3 omega t, what will be the time period? 2 pi by 3 omega. Okay. Basically, it is 2 pi by omega. If it is 3 omega, 2 pi by 3 omega. Understood? Okay. So for this one, omega is 3 omega is 2 pi by t, or t is 2 pi by 3 omega. So time period of this one is this and time period of this one is this, right? Time period of omega t and time period of 3 omega t. I'll write it here. Time period of sin omega t, t will be equal to 2 pi by omega, and time period of sin 3 omega t will be t is equal to 2 pi by 3 omega. Did you do? Same thing. Both are same, okay, don't write it 2 times. Won't wrote it 2 times. Done? Done, right? Now, Now listen this part. What is the meaning? All of you finished, right? Listen. Now what is the meaning of this? Sine omega t is this wave. Its time period is 2 pi by omega. This is the waveform of sine omega t. Now sine 3 omega t, the time period is 2 pi by 3 omega. That means within this 2 pi by omega, there will be 1, 2, 3 waves. That is the meaning. Understood? So this is actually sine 3 omega t. Time period means the time taken to repeat. Okay, so this is sine 2 pi by 3 omega. So within 2 pi by omega, 3 will be there. So this thing will repeat. This whole thing will be repeating. So this is periodic and this is the time period. What will be the time period? The time period of the entire thing will be 2 pi by omega. Okay, time period of first one is 2 pi by omega. Second one is 2 pi by 3 omega. The time period of the combined thing is 2 pi by omega. Is it clear? Okay, so then you can write that therefore, if you want, you can draw for later reference for you to understand. Therefore, time period of combined wave is 2 pi by omega. That's why I was not teaching this you in the first class. You will think the whole chapter is like this. Only these few problems. You should apply the concept. Understood this? Without drawing, if you will remember, it's fine till February. I will ask. When you will remember, right? You went to hospital? And you went to hospital?
It was very good.
Huh?
It was very good. So this happened on Sunday.
No.
What? You didn't write anything in school? You didn't write anything in school?
I tried writing with my left hand. I can write with my left hand, but everyone finished one page. I'm in the second line.
Alice also has school, yeah.
Huh? Did you go to
Yeah.
hospital?
Which one school? Sunrise and Alice.
BRS finished? Gems finished? Mayur finished? If you are finished.
Oh, only Alice and Sunrise.
Addis, Bhavan
Which
is.
school also closed?
British schools close. Addis. Both Addis. Sunrise Bhavans.
Bhavan?
A model school. Finish, right? Okay. Now next question. Yeah, you will. Few more. Next question immediately you can answer. The question is. Third question. Sin omega t plus cos omega t plus. Sorry. Sin omega t plus sin 3 omega t plus sin 5 omega t. Yeah. Sin omega t plus. Next question. Sin omega t plus sin 3 omega t plus sin 5 omega t.
I'm slow.
Sin omega t plus sin 3 omega t plus sin 5 omega t. Is it SHM?
No.
No, this is not SHM. Oh, you cannot see. This is not in SHM because omega t, 3 omega t, 5 omega t, you cannot combine. It's not in SHM. So immediately after seeing now you know whether it is in SHM or not in SHM. Okay. Now you have to find the time period of each one of that. First one, what's the time period? 2 pi by the. Second one? 2 pi by
3 omega.
3 omega. Second one?
5
2
omega.
pi by 5 omega. Understood? So simple, right? This one time period is 2 pi by omega. This one time period is 2 pi by 3 omega. This one time period is 2 pi by 5 omega. So what will be the time period of the combination? 2 pi by omega. The first wave time period is 2 pi by omega. The second one is 1, 2, 3. 2 pi by 3 omega. The third one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The third one is 2 pi by 5 omega. This is getting repeated. Okay, so the time period of this combination is what? 2 pi by omega. Is it clear? Jana, Jane, you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Farsin, Ishanvi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, the time period. This is not an SHM, but periodic. SHM, periodic, not SHM, or not SHM, periodic. Periodic, not SHM. And time period is what? 2 pi by omega. Okay. The next question. 2 more. 4 and 5. No need to do anything in 4 and 5. Fourth question. E raised to omega t. Fifth question. 1 plus omega t plus omega square t. No, I will just tell you. Even if I give homework next class, I will only explain. Otherwise, you will just leave the page. Is this over?
Yep.
E raised to omega t. All the exponent functions are decreasing in nature.
No.
All exponent. E raised to means exponent. Exponent functions decreases with t. As t increases, this value of an exponent function decreases. It is not repeating. It is not a repeating function. It is a decreasing function. E raised to means if you draw a graph, it will go like this. It is a decreasing function. Understood? So, this is a decreasing function, hence not periodic, not SHM. Anything e raised to is a decreasing function. Understood? Yes. Decreasing function, not periodic, not SHM. Understood? What about next one? This is an increasing function. This is an increasing function. As t increases, it's an increasing function. That also not repeating. Increasing function, not periodic, not periodic, not SHM. Understood? Okay, I'll give you one homework question from this type. Science core omega t. That's the question. Sixth question homework. The same type. You have to do sine square omega t. What is sine square omega t? 1 minus cos 2. Max students, if you don't know, what is sine square theta? 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. Correct, right?
No, 1 minus cos.
Wait,
1 minus cos 2 theta by 2, right?
cos theta, right?
1 minus cos square theta, you said?
Yeah.
The square, you should remove the square. That is our aim. This formula you should know for doing this.
Oh, this formula.
1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. Huh? What? 1 minus cos square theta, that is correct. But the problem is, there also square comes. We won't be able to solve. We need to bring it in simple terms. Then only you will be able to solve. That's why. Understood?
Yeah.
Got it right, all of you? Yes.
Now understand every function very influence.
Okay. Okay then. Bye all of you. Next class, test this chapter. Next week. Next week. Once your vacation starts, you should have something to study, right? Not the other next week. Tuesday. Tuesday. Tuesday is Wednesday.
Ma'am, she won't be there.
No, I'll be there, ma'am.
Next week, what day? Next week, what day?
I can keep in the morning.
Next day.
Tuesday. I can keep in the morning. Okay then. Bye all of you. Bye bye.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.